Happy Family Day. Yes, today, the third Monday of February, which happens this year to be the 19th, is Family Day in many provinces in Canada. And while we are gathering together to celebrate Family Day, I couldn't stop myself from reflecting on the meaning of Family Day. It is time for celebration, but it's also time for reflection and for appreciation of the bonds that unite us with others. This morning, I had a call with a group of acquaintances, some from Palestine, some from Israel, and I put it as an intentional getting together to listen to each other and hear from each other while we are celebrating or marking family days. And as you can imagine, it was a very heart-warming conversation that allowed us to reflect for those of us who are based here in Canada, where all the participants are based, to reflect on what brings us together and put aside for 45 minutes what divides us. And we could all agree, reflecting on what's going on in the Middle East area, what's going on in Ukraine, what's going on in Sudan, what's going on in many other parts of the world, in all the conflict affected areas where families are torn apart and where children are orphaned, parents are separated from their children, and siblings are left to fend for themselves in a world that is torn apart by hatred and division. And all the bonds that once held families together are being shattered at the sight of everyone in the world, and there is little to no action being done to really stop that. The bigotry we are living in is just shocking. And that made this year specifically, Family Day, having a bitter taste. So I was just reflecting on that conversation where we could all agree that our ultimate goal, our ultimate intentions are really the same. We want just to have a peaceful life. We want just to have a peace of mind, gather together, share laughter, share food, share meals, stories, and just enjoy the moment without having to worry about whether I will be alive in a minute from now, whether my family members will be alive in a minute from now or in a second. At this time that I'm making this video, there are hundreds of people are being killed in many parts of the world. We took this opportunity just to think of, really remember that those people who are being killed are members of families. They have people who love them. Whatever part or side, since people now like to talk about different sides rather than looking at one side, which is the human side, wherever they come from, wherever they are members of families. They love people and they have people who love them. And also for the media, who is focusing on kids and women, and that has been the classical, everlasting focus whenever reporting on wars. Let's do not forget that there are also men affected, and that the life of man is nothing less than the life of kids and women. While it is really noble to report on thousands kills, including X number of kids and women, but remember that the other part are men who are human beings as well, and who are not destined to just be a forgotten number of warriors fighting just for their life and the life of their families. So I take the opportunity of today's Family Day in Canada just to share loudly this sigh, because it's really becoming heavier and heavier. Where are we going in this world? What really brought us here? When will we wake up? And for those who are taking the decisions, what do you see when you look at the mirror? Don't you have families? What do you see when you look at the family of your children and the family of your beloved ones? So whether you are a man, a woman, or whatever gender you identify with, just remember that everyone comes from a family, and every lost life is affecting a whole family. So let's celebrate Family Day, but at the same time, let us take the opportunity to reflect and reflect and reflect and see, ask ourselves, what can we do in our own surrounding, since there is no much hope from the international organizations, from the supposed powers in the world who gave to themselves the name power, and they are using this power for destruction. Let's reflect on the family values. Remember, we keep hearing about Western values, Eastern values, Southern values, Northern values. At the end, the human values are the ones supposed to bring us together. And if you think that others do not understand your values, what did you do to understand their values? And why there should be theirs and ours? Why we don't come all together around the same basic, foundational human values that bring us really together? So let's put our hands together to raise really awareness. Educate yourself and others about the root causes of the different conflicts that are going on today in the world. There is really lack of education and a brainwashing that it's going everywhere, everywhere. Support any humanitarian efforts to bring people together. Advocate for peace. That's not taking side. It's not anymore a question of taking side with that party or the other. Show generosity in your empathy, in your compassion, and foster an additional understanding. And yes, it's true, I mentioned that I do have acquaintances and connections with Canadians who have ties with different countries that are currently in conflicts with one another, and specifically Palestinians and Israeli people with ties with Palestine and with Israel. And this morning we could just come together and we could listen to each other and we could hear each other, listen actively and empathize with each other. Why? Because before everything else and after everything else, we are human. So happy Family Day. And as I said, educate yourself and contribute to educate others today and every day. Thank you.